So it is now Thursday evening, just after 8 p.m. and I haven't done any reading other than a little bit this morning yet. And so I've just been doing all the editing for the first part of the vlog. And so now I'm pretty much done for the day, I think. I've done all the editing, I've done all my usual normal everyday things, and I'm just gonna go and read some more. Big surprise there, eh? So it is now Friday around 4:30 p.m. I think, and it's an absolutely beautiful it's an absolutely beautiful autumnal day here. So I decided, instead of just going straight home from work, I would go for a little walk in a park or in a forest nearby and listen to my City of Ghosts audiobook. So that's what I've been doing for a little bit now. I just love the audiobook. It's so adorable. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's not too creepy. Like, I don't like horror stories or super creepy things, so this one is just the right level of kind of cute ghost story kind of thing. So yes, I'm really enjoying this, and I'll show you a little bit of the walk here. And then this morning I was reading Jodi Picoult's book some more. Still obviously really enjoying that, no surprise there. And then also I was reading a little bit about in Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. I don't want to say I'm really enjoying it, because that's not really it, but I'm really grateful for reading it and grateful for learning about this topic. But it is a difficult topic, so it is taking me quite a while to make progress in the book, just because it's not an easy read in a sense. So I'm not as far into it as I'd hope to be, so I think I'm only about 15% into it at the moment. But I do have all weekend ahead, like nothing really planned, nothing big anyway, maybe going for walks and things. So hopefully I'll be doing some reading then. And I also still have the graphic novel, Descender Volume 1, that I'm going to read. So hopefully it'll be a really nice reading weekend. I might go for some walks, because it's hopefully going to continue being this lovely here. And so yes, that's my Friday updates. So it is now Saturday around 4:30 p.m. I think, and I'm just out on a lovely little autumnal walk again. I've been listening to Jodi Picoult's book some more. I found it as an audiobook, so I'm both listening to it and reading it on my Kindle. And I was also listening to A City of Ghosts this morning while cleaning the windows, because that seemed like a handy way of distracting myself from cleaning the windows. And I started reading the graphic novel, so the Descender Volume 1, which is absolutely adorable. Well, kind of horrible and kind of also really adorable. So that's where I'm at the moment. I'm not sure that I'll be able to finish Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, just because I'm only about 20% into it, and I'm not sure that I can, well, actually I'm not sure that I want to rush it. So I probably could finish it if I really wanted to, but I think the book is important enough that I should give it my full attention, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that just within one day. So hopefully I'll be able to finish 3 books, which I think is still pretty good for 1 week. But I'll continue reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. But yeah. So on the walk there is this beautiful little area where you can climb up on this little wooden seat, and I just love sitting here. It's such a beautiful background. So I've just turned the camera around, because otherwise I would look straight at the sun and you would not be able to see my face because I'd be squinting. But this is what the background looks like here, and it's absolutely beautiful. And so I love coming here. And so this morning I started reading Descender Volume 1, which is the graphic novel that I'd kind of been saving for the weekend, because it being a graphic novel, I imagined that I'd get through it quite quickly, and I think I'm about halfway through already, and I only spent I don't know, maybe an hour or so reading it this morning. And it's really kind of cute, though it's also kind of really horrible and brutal, and yes, but so it's the story of an android, so a little robot boy who also has empathy and you know, is aware and things like that. and there was a robot uprising kind of thing in which a lot of humans died. And so after that, there was a lot of culling of the robots. And yes, the robots that did the original uprising are kind of like related to this little robot boy. And so he's the last of his batch, sort of thing. And so now there are a few people from the like galactic, I forget what they're called, the galactic government thing, and they're out to try and get him, and I'm not quite sure what they'll do to him, whether they'll deactivate him or something like that. So that's the point that I'm at the moment, where he's just been found by them, so by the galactic government people thing. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, it's a really cute story, sort of. Like, the boy seems really adorable. He has this little robot pet thing, but obviously it's also a really sad story because he's the only one left on his planet. All his like companion family are presumably dead. It's kind of really sad, but yeah. So it is now Sunday around 6 p.m. and I've just come back from the gym, and I've actually already finished all the books by around, I don't know, 4 p.m. this afternoon maybe. But I haven't actually got around to filming anything because even though it's a Sunday and everything in Bavaria is closed, it was actually quite a busy day today because also there were local elections here. So my husband and I went to go vote, and then we went for a coffee. Then I went back home and did some rearranging of my crafting materials. And then I went to the gym. And so now this is where we are. But yes, so I finished all of the 3 books. So I didn't finish Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, which I will continue to read, obviously, because I think it's a very important book, and so I didn't want to rush it, as I was explaining yesterday, I think. And so I finished Jodi Picoult's book, A Spark of Light, last night already, actually. And at the end of the book, there is a kind of chapter on like author's note, where she's describing what the law and legislation and changes to that in America are regarding contraception and abortion rights and things like that. And honestly, it shocked me. Like, I did not realize, for example, how in the state where the book is set, which is Mississippi, there is only one place that offers abortion. And what I particularly don't understand is how the people that are preventing abortions from being easily accessible, or even just accessible at all, are also preventing women from having access to contraception. So, you know, I just don't understand. And yeah, I'm just speechless about this whole topic. You know, it's such an obvious thing to me to, you know, if you want to reduce abortion, then you make sure that people have access to things that prevent unwanted pregnancies. Like, that just seems obvious. But I'm just speechless about the state of that in America. So yes, that my thoughts on that book, as usual, were that I love Jodi Picoult's writings, and I always like how she tries to explore all the different sides to an argument. And in the author's note, it was also saying that she'd interviewed pro-life people, she'd interviewed people who had abortions. She tried to really understand where everybody's coming from, and she's also making the point in the author's notes that this is a very, very complex and difficult topic, and there probably won't be a thing or like an easy solution that everybody agrees on. So I just really like how the topics she deals with are not black and white, but that she kind of really explores that people can have very, very different opinions on these things. And then also this morning, I think, I finished City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, and I really enjoyed it. It was so cute, and so, I don't know, I mean, it's quite funny because I was in Edinburgh just, I don't know, what is that, 2 months ago or so. So it was kind of really lovely to be reminded of like the castle and the street between the castle and, well, I forgot what it's called, but I know the area, so it's quite adorable kind of to listen to the audiobook of that. It's probably, so I know it's the first one in a series, and I'm not sure if I'll continue with the series just because it's not really, like, middle grade is not really what I'd normally read, but it was a really nice I don't know, trying something new kind of thing. So I'm happy that I read it. And then lastly, I finished Descender Volume 1, the graphic novel that I picked. And I enjoyed it. It's not really my kind of story though. So again, this is the first in a series, and I'm not sure that I'll continue with this just because I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed reading it, and it's an interesting story about robots and thing. I don't know, but it's not really my kind of thing, unfortunately, even though I really, really enjoy questions about AI, and generally I really, really enjoy graphic novels, and I enjoyed reading it, but I'm not sure that I'd want to read the next one in the series. So yes, these are the things that I've been reading last night and then all of today. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed doing this readathon. It's been great fun making extra sure that I have enough time to do my reading in the evenings, and also the vlogging has been really, really fun. I've really enjoyed this, even though now I'm realizing that I have very strange light on my face because I'm just watching a lovely sunset, and so the light keeps changing. But yes, so I'll be uploading a kind of results day thing soon when I've done all the marking and all the, I don't know, all the figuring out which spells I did and things like that. So I'll do my little extra credit results day thing soon. All right. Until next time. See you. Bye.